Today, Lowell is a center for historic preservation, a home for cutting-edge research, and has a vibrant cultural and artistic life. The mill buildings that once made miles of fabric now house artists, schools, high-tech startups, and families. It took more than 50 years of work to turn the city's industrial legacy into the vibrant place of invention that you see today. In the early 20th century, a lot of New England's textile production moved away. The number of textile workers in Lowell dropped from 20,000 in 1920 to 12,000 in 1930, while millions of square feet of the old mills lay empty. There were many different groups with different ideas about what should be done to help the city recover. In the mid-1960s, a fight over the future of a row of boarding houses originally built for workers at the Merrimack Manufacturing Company brought many of these groups into direct conflict. Business owners, local historians, education activists, public housing supporters, neighborhood groups, and city officials argued about whether to keep or tear down the boarding houses. To many, the boarding houses were old and worn, taking up space which could be used for new and modern buildings. To others, they were an important part of the city's history that could be preserved and renovated. In the end, the boarding houses were demolished, but in the aftermath of the fight, a new idea emerged. Maybe historic preservation and social and economic development could be tied together. The city's industrial legacy could be a resource rather than a problem. With this new idea, leaders in Lowell created an unlikely coalition of public and private organizations and committees. The first urban national park was created to organize the historic interpretation of the city. A historic commission was created to oversee restoration and renovation. A University of Massachusetts campus formed the center of many research and education programs, and a variety of public and private organizations helped gather and distribute grants and investments. The effort to reinvent Lowell was broad-based and often controversial, but today 94% of the mill buildings are occupied. Instead of the clattering machines, they hold schools, art galleries, museums, research laboratories, high-tech companies, and housing. The city's industrial past is an important part of its identity, and thousands of people come to Lowell each year to learn about the city's history. There have been many ups and downs over the past 40 years, but the model invented in the 1960s is still the basis for the city's continuing inventiveness.